Hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we have a very awesome video that's going to dramatically increase your stability, your clarity, and the overall performance inside of the simulator. We're going to be talking about DLSS 4.0. Stick around. If you are interested in any of my tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. All right, so first up, all of this credit goes directly to this man right here, folks. That is Island Sim Pilot. I will have a link to his YouTube channel down below. He's the one who posted the initial video, guys. I'm just trying to share the knowledge. I know that we all want to share the reach out, and this is a major improvement for me. I'm going to be sharing the information that he shared, showing you guys how to get it installed, what you need to use, and the sequence in which you need to do it. I'm not going to go through all of the showcasing and the different settings, and we're talk a little bit about it. But if you want the performance, go back and watch his video. It's absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you guys give him a big like and subscribe. Really great work from this man. He is absolutely fantastic when it comes to helping in the community really enhance the performance of the simulator. So without any further delay, let's get started. All right, so first up, what are we addressing? Right now, again, the biggest thing that we've been waiting on is DLSS 4.0. It's been promised, especially with the 50 series graphics card, but it will work with all of them. Now, caveat, as he pointed out, January the 30th, so next week, DLSS 4.0 is supposed to be released by Nvidia Direct anyway, but as Island Sim Pilot said in his video, I have to agree, this is sort of worth the change in doing this now. What you're going to see is you will likely see a bit higher GPU usage, as I saw. You will see a little bit better CPU performance and utilization, and you will see much better DLSS usage in the sim, meaning significantly reduced artifacting or spatial repetition, if you will, when it comes to things like the glitching and what you'll see when the aircraft are on the ground, the trailing edges of the wings and how they're always shadowing and sort of mirroring behind it as it moves in motion. That has been basically completely eliminated. You still see some of the artifacting while the aircraft is on the ground under high roll. So on your takeoff roll or landing roll, you'll still see it. But it's, again, significantly reduced. And the only time you see it is if frame gen is turned on. So let's go ahead and first talk about how to get it installed. And then we'll talk about what, settings seem to be working the best. So let's take a look. All right, so first up, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have DLSS Swapper. If you need DLSS Swapper, go to the link that will be down in the description below. You're going to click right here, and you're going to download either, you can get the portable, you just need the installer executable, and you can install it where you would like. So download this and install it. I'll show you how to use it here in just a minute. You're also going to want to come to this link here, which is for Nvidia Profile Inspector, and we'll be talking about how to use that here in just a minute as well. Download this and you will extract it, and I'll show you where I extracted mine here in just a minute. And then finally, what you're going to need is this guy right here. Let me switch on over. Okay, since that was being a pain in the butt, here we go. You'll be going to this link here. Okay, and you want to do this in Microsoft Edge. Island Sim Pilot, in case you see this, I had the same problem you did. Chrome, for whatever reason, did not like this website. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to come to this link. You're going to click right here where it says free turbo download, the little down arrow. It will download the file. It will likely ask you if you want to keep it. Tell it yes, say keep this file. Okay, for me, it goes directly to my downloads folder, which I'll show you guys now. So here you can see my Nvidia Profile Inspector, and you can see the custom settings name XML, which is what we just downloaded from here. Okay, and you can see the name right here. All right, so now we have DLSS Swapper. You installed it. You ran the executable and installed it. Then we have NVIDIA Profile Inspector, which you are going to, whatever program you use, 7-zip, whatever, you're going to extract it and put it to where you want. In my case, it's right here. And then the file that we downloaded, the custom settings named XML, you're going to copy it into the NVIDIA Profile Inspector folder. Notice there's the NVIDIA Profile EXE. Okay. Then from there, you can now launch DLSS Swapper, which will look like this. This is what DLSS Swapper is going to look like. You're going to want to go to your library, especially if this is your first time running it. And right here, instead of, you can see this is the export and trash, you're going to see this icon right here, but you'll see it's version 3.10.1. That's, as again, Island Sim Pilot also stated, this is likely a typo. It should be 3.1. As he also stated, there's a lot of argument that this is not DLSS 4. Yes, it is. I also did my own research, followed up with Island Sim Pilot. Yes, it is. 3.10.1 is DLSS 4.0. So you guys, if you want to comment down below saying no, it's not, knock yourselves out. Yes, it is. Anyways, and remember, this is also releasing on January the 30th from Nvidia. So if you want to wait, you can do that too. But this is just worth the performance increase. So you downloaded it. It will then turn to look like this. This indicates that it is downloaded. We will then come up to this tab, go to our games. You will click on, here's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Here is 2024. So we click on 2024 and you're just simply going to select the version you want and you would hit swap. Okay, and you'll know that it worked because you'll see DLSS version 3.10, DLSS version 3.10, and you can put it on any other game that you have right now. I'm just referencing this from Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, so once that is done, we are done with DLSS Swapper, so we're done there. Okay, now you're going to go to your directory, as we had here, where NVIDIA Profile Inspector is. And by the way, just in case this goes without saying, your simulator should be closed right now. You do not do this with the sim open. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go to NVIDIA Profile Inspector. First thing, to reiterate, again, Island Sim Pilot, I'm just trying to give him as much credit as possible, guys. I'm very grateful for this. It made a huge difference for me. You must do this under the global driver profile. Do not go down and find Microsoft Flight Simulator, okay? It will not work if you do that. So I'm going to reiterate that one more time. You must do this on the global driver profile. If you do it anywhere else, it will not work. Okay, so under the global driver profile, which is the default launch, it should launch there. You're going to go down to section 5, common, and you're going to find this one here. DLSS 3.1.11 forced DLSS 3 preset, blah, blah, blah. And right here, for me, when I first launched it, it was the hexadecimal value. But it'll probably be set to preset E, but you want preset J, okay? You want J, and you're going to hit apply changes, okay? And that is it. That is all you have to do at this point. So we're going to close that. Remember this one, okay, for the custom settings, open this in Microsoft Edge. Do not try to do this in Google Chrome or Firefox. You could try Firefox. I don't have Firefox, but okay. The recommendation is do this in Edge. It works. We know it works. Okay. We've downloaded that. Make sure that you grabbed your NVIDIA Profile Inspector. Make sure that we grabbed our DLSS Swapper. And then now we are back in the simulator. Trying to keep it from full screening. There we go. That should work. Okay. So now from the simulator, you have your options. So I am using DLSS right now, super resolution, under quality, with frame generation off. And I saw a very significant boost in GPU usage. And then I also saw that under Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, just as Island Sim Pilot did. I went from about 65% GPU usage to almost 100% stable. Okay, which is what you want. You want your GPU to being used to damn near its max. Otherwise, you have resources that are sitting there being wasted, right? Now, what I have noticed is under this condition, Again, I got anywhere from 10 to 20 FPS increase depending on the aircraft. The more complex the aircraft, I tested this in the 777, the 737, the fly-by-wire A320. I went in the Learjet, but there isn't much to it. I did the Cessna 172 G1000, which I don't normally fly the glass cockpits, but that was where it came in. And I also jumped in the TBM 930. And I did all of my testing except for one, just to see what the usage was. I did all of my testing in 2020. Okay. So if you turn the frame gen on, you will get a significant boost in FPS, especially if you're on the low end already. But what you will see going down the runway is like on the struts of a Cessna 172 or like out your window frame is you will see a bit of artifacting. What you don't see is on the external view, you won't see any of the issues that we were seeing before, like on the trailing edge of the wings where it was ghosting or anything like that. It seems to be gone. Quality is what's recommended, even with the frame gen on. Now, Island Sim Pilot had very good success with DLAA. Okay, I prefer just DLSS because for what I'm doing, I like to have the higher frame rate, which I tend to get a better frame rate with DLSS, especially when I'm recording the cockpit at 4K. Okay, but play around with it. Watch his video if you guys want visual examples. The thing that he hit on the head that I was just struggling with last night is, for example, in the 777, one of the things that where I really get frustrated with trying to watch the numbers is things like your barometric pressure and your minimums. You know how small those are. When you're rotating the knob, it gets blurry to the point where you just can't read it. You have to rotate it and you have to wait a second for it to stop moving, and then you can see what the damn number is. That seems to be eliminated. I can rotate that just fine now without issue. It was a really, really good improvement, you guys. So me personally, I'm siding with Island Sim Pilot on this. That's why I'm jumping on this video to share it with you guys. That you should definitely, I would recommend doing it now. I really would. It's up to you guys, right? Otherwise you can wait until the 30th if you don't feel comfortable or you don't want to go through all the headache. But the thing with the 30th is the version will become available, and it should be available at that point with inside of the Nvidia control panel. You shouldn't have to do any of this. But if you're like me and you like that instant gratification, all said and done, you guys have seen how long this video is. That's it. You're done. That's it. At this point, play around with the different DLS settings. Find out what setting is best for you, what you like the most, whether it be performance, frame gen on, frame gen off, frame gen on with quality, frame gen off with quality, or DLAA maybe is your thing with frame gen on or off. Okay, play around with it. Find out what's best for you guys. But it was a great, great improvement for me. It really cleaned up the image a lot. It really cleaned up the image a lot on the glass cockpits, especially when if you're like me and you keep your glass cockpit refresh rate on high. I don't keep it on medium or low. I keep my glass cockpit refresh rate on high. So that was also another big boost. It made things much more crisp in the glass cockpit. Anyway, last time, guys, big shout out to Island Sim Pilot. Dude, you are amazing to this community. I truly appreciate all of your work, and I know many others do. Guys, give him a like and subscribe if you're not already to his channel. Trust me, it's worth it. He brings a lot of value to this community, a ton of value to this community. He's probably, in my opinion, one of the best resources right now for especially for Microsoft Flight Simulator performance. Last caveat, I have not yet tried this in VR. So if you're looking for VR performance, I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll hopefully be able to get to that tonight, but we'll see. As always, guys, it is Friday night, so I will be live streaming very late this evening if you guys want to keep an eye out for that. But if not, have a wonderful weekend, folks. And thank you guys for all that you are. Talk to you guys later.